right, the squirrels are gonna be up soon, so I gotta move fast. Over here in the cozy corner with the humidifier, I'm gonna build a little nest for our squirrel. So a gratuitous thing happened recently. I was building this squirrel home. Can't see much of it here. Well, here. I was starting to build this squirrel home and I screwed up and I stripped a squirrel. I stripped a screw. But because I stripped the screw and I couldn't get it back out, I had to stop and think, how am I going to redesign this thing? And then I finally came up with how I was going to do it, but then everything happened with that squirrel coming in. And so I put this whole thing on hold. Well, I'm glad I did, because thankfully the board that I did not strip the screws into is the one that's going to come out, and it's going to allow me to set up a little makeshift nest for our friend Squirrely Squirrel, who I think is Sweet Eyes. And people have been watching, I keep saying, God, it feels like I know her, Well, first off, because I think she's Sweet Eyes. Her tail indicates that she is. She's lost so much weight, it's hard to tell. She doesn't have a normal face, so the way her eyes would normally look, they just don't. But the other thing is, for anyone who's been watching for years, Sweet Eyes looks a lot like her grandma. So much like her grandma. There were so many times I would confuse Sweet Eyes and Hansi. Well, Hansi I have known for years. She just died a couple months ago, but I knew her for 3 years. And so I think that is Sweet Eyes. And I think that's why I keep looking at the squirrel going, God, you look familiar. I think it's because it's, I know I keep saying it, but Sweet Eyes. So anyway, so if it is, then that means she has kids, because Sweet Eyes was just pregnant a couple months ago with Hansi and Rover. They were all pregnant at the same time. And Rover is Sweet Eyes' mom. Rover's still around, so that's good. Sweet Eyes has a mom out there, and that makes sense. I had some video earlier on. Why did I never post it? That must be Sweet Eyes, because Rover isn't reacting at all. I think that must be Sweet Eyes. That's Rover's daughter. And she's in here. It's nighttime. I gave her a bowl of water. That isn't what she wanted. What about nuts not in the shell? Okay. Sort of. No, not able to do that. Well, she rejected the avocado. I have video that I didn't post, and Rover was next to her. She was right here, Sweet Eyes, and Rover came in right next to her and got a nut and didn't do anything to shove Sweet Eyes out of the way or anything, which Rover would do if it was a squirrel that wasn't in her family. I think it's Sweet Eyes, and that's cool. So we know who it is, I think. I hate to be positive, but and the fact that she jumped on my leg, I think she was trying to show me she knew the secret handshake. She knows the secret handshake for around here. Sweet Eyes doesn't usually do that. But it's not out of the realm of reason that she would do that. All right, so now here's what we've got. We've got a frame. Does that show? She liked being up against the heater yesterday, so I'm going to put this like this, use the ladder a little bit. Oh, but then again, she comes from this direction. All right, so we'll put this like here. So I'm kind of unsure how to do this, because I wanted to get more of the humidified air, which would make me want to open it this way. But I want her to be able to get in it from this direction over here. Okay, so it's like a triangle there, and then that way she can come in along the baseboard from either direction. There's a few things I can do for the roof. I put that like that. It's a little low. Oh boy. There's something I have in the basement. Okay, I think I kind of got it here. Instead of the board, I had bought this thing from Aldi. It's supposed to be for dogs, but I bought it from Aldi months ago, maybe a year ago, I don't know, put it in the basement. I think it's gonna make a good roof. And actually, I would have preferred it be maybe it should be the bottom, but how do you make a roof then? So I was thinking if I go like that, it's a cozy roof, she's got, and if I put a carpet on the ground, then she's got something dark, basically. I'm trying to give her a dark place she can go. Not like in her head, not like, you know, a depressing dark place she can go. But a, you know, a light-wise dark place to go. Rest, even over the heater. Oh yeah, then she's got a dark place. That's cool. And that's cool. Now, all right, I think all I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna put a towel in there. I'm just gonna put a towel in there and we'll call it a nest, and I can go on my run and yeah. Yeah. Still going? All right. Well, it turns out I went upstairs for longer than I thought. I have this fleece blanket that is so like soft. And I was like, hey, I want it. And I'm like, no, Amy, you've done without it this long. I've had it and been unaware of it. I think I can buy another one. I think they're $9 or something. $9.99. How everything's always $99. All right, so I'm gonna put this in here. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Okay, so here it is. It's gonna be this cozy, awesome little nest. The Aldi doghouse over so she can get in the sides, both sides, and the humidified air will be able to pass through over there and she'll be right next to the heater. So this is her home, should she choose to accept it. I'm going to get rid of these stupid tags. I think it's 2-pack out there. I was just gonna get this video started, but let me get 2-pack. I am doing this video to say thank you to everyone, all the commenters, people who even aren't commenting. I know there's people saying they're praying. Thank you. I swear, I think it's working. I mean, not knowing what else to do, that first day I prayed with her and she watched me, and I swear the way she looked at me, it was like she knew what I was doing. And then we both waited and well, nothing happened right then, but she made a big recovery to the next day. To January 1st to January 2nd was a big change. And now it's January 3rd and I'm waiting for her and we'll see. Oh, so okay, so besides the prayers, which thank you. So there's some people commenting saying they're praying. I'm pretty sure there are probably people praying that don't comment because that's the way that goes. People don't always say, I'm praying, but sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But for everyone who is, thank you. I think it's working. And for all the suggestions and help from people who have been through it, for the people who haven't been through it, for people, I don't know, this girl Jennifer, I'm not even sure you're a squirrel person, but you jumped in. You had suggestions that aren't on the squirrel sites, which is so cool. I think had these ideas that, you know, like the humidifier, nobody puts that on a squirrel website. So, because I've been to the squirrel boards and everything. So, yeah, it's just so helpful, like everybody thinking. And then I think we all came to the same conclusion, she needs a nest in here. I had somebody write, hey, what about a towel? And then that got me thinking, and I'm like, yeah, but a towel, but she's gonna want something over it. And then, so I was thinking about building her like a nest in here, and then I looked and there were all these comments with people thinking right along the same lines. So, thank you. I can't thank enough. Again, like, I can't, you know, sometimes I can't tell you how overwhelming it is. I just can't even, it is so overwhelming sometimes, because besides her, I've got everybody else, and I gotta watch out, make sure hawks aren't coming through, and it sometimes is just, and then my job, it's a lot of work. And it helps so much to have other people care and give suggestions. Thank you. Is this her? She's here. This is her. Gosh. All right, I'm turning the camera around. Hey, sweetie, how's it going this morning? You need some water? You need some water? Come on in. I got a nest set up for you, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna want your nuts cracked. Hang on, let me grab my nut cracker. I wasn't gonna have her hang around these bowls. I didn't know she'd be in so early. I'll be right back with you, sweetie. Hang on. It is bright and shiny early. She's up very early. Okay, she's sitting over there. I'm gonna crack this nut and get it over to her. It's hard sometimes to crack these nuts. I'm using the bag of quarantined nuts that she had stuck her nose in and her paws in and everything like that. Hang on, little girl. She's not wheezing today. She doesn't look great energy-wise right now, but she's not having trouble breathing. All right, you there? I'm having trouble getting a full nut cracked, but there's some pieces. I'll go try to work better on another one. Okay, here's a big one. No, I cracked it again. And the water bowl. So I got your water bowl from yesterday, right there. Here's some nuts, and I'm gonna go get your Baytril. Yeah, hi there. How you doing? All right, the special water is actually, it's called, special water is milked almonds. I got this at Christmas. It occurred to me last night. All that's in here, normally like almond milk or whatever, has oils in it and a bunch of crap like that. But I tasted this at somebody's Christmas thing and I was like, oh my God, what is that? That's amazing. Because they didn't want it anymore because they just used it for a recipe. All it has in it is filtered water and almonds. That's it. So I put the Baytril in there to cover the taste. So rather than putting something sweet, which she's not accustomed to eating sweet things, she is accustomed to eating nutty flavored things. So all that's in there is filtered water and almonds. Just need to get her to try it, and Baytril. I don't have the water bucket outside yet. I'm gonna see if I can get her to drink the milked almonds with the Baytril before I put any waters out. She picked a great time to come because most of the squirrels are still in bed. She started drinking it. It makes sense she'd be on that tree because I thought that was Rover's cabin, but that might be her and Rover. Oh yeah, it's mating. She's got to get back into her cabin because the mating crap is going on. If she has babies, she has to get in there and protect them. She has to protect her turf because males like that one are going to get in there and infiltrate her cabin. Especially if she has babies, she's not just going to leave them to be. That's probably why she ran out. She must have seen that guy coming towards her tree and she's got babies in there. And she's not going to let that happen. I've seen Hansi make this jump. She's going to have to make a jump. She's all the way up there. And she's going into the family home, which is over here. And that's where Hansi set up for them. And Sweet Eyes has known it all her life. So I put cabins on the base of both trees here. Here's where she's gonna go in. I don't know if it'll show up. She's gonna go in. There, see her tail? She's in as safe a place as she can be. She's right next to the house.